So how's it going, guys? My name is Yannis Strokos and welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to show you how I clean my helmet when it's as disgusting as this and and it stinks really badly as well. So catch you after the intro. So before we get started, I just want to give Muc-Off a shout out. They've actually provided me with the products that I'm going to be using today. Now, these are things that I would use anyways, but for the purposes of this video, these were sent to me by Muc-Off. So what we want to do first is get rid of all these caked on bugs. And the way we're going to do that is I'm going to soak up a microfiber cloth and leave it for about 10 minutes just so that it moistens up all the bugs, so when we wipe it, we don't scratch the helmet and the visor. So here's a wet microfiber cloth. Literally gonna dab it on, pat it down, and leave that to soak for about 10 minutes, something like that, just so that it loosens up all the bugs and all the grubby, disgusting things. So I shall catch you in just a second. Right, so we've left this to soak for a few minutes, so we're just going to take it off, and I'm going to use the same cloth just to wipe them all away. Probably could have left it for a little bit longer. Clean side. Now what you can also do, if you want to get really into it, is get some Q-tips and get into all these little bits here. But because I'm going to be going out in a bit later and it's just going to get just as bad as this, there's no real point. This is just a quick sort of clean. So there we go, that's the majority of the caked on bugs off. So grab a clean cloth and just wipe down all the moisture away. So now, because this helmet stinks, it's hot right now, I'm going to take out all the inside padding and we're going to clean it with some foam fresh so it smells not like my feet. So if you can't actually take your inside pads out, you can wash your helmet. Just pop off your visor and dunk it in some baby shampoo and water in a bucket, and then just let it dry out naturally, and it won't harm the helmet whatsoever. But if your pads come out, then it is as easy as that. Don't worry about that. That's my microphone. And I always hate taking this bit out because it is a pain to get back in. Right, move this away now. So now we've got all the pads out, and they don't smell very nice at all. What we're going to be using is Muc-Off Foam Fresh, so give it a good shake first. Grab your pad and literally just let it foam up and sit there for a bit. There we go, there's one done. So what this does, not only does it clean, it also disinfects and makes it a lot more sanitary. So on the skull cap, the brow, because that's where you sweat the most, and the temple areas. I feel like I'm playing a game here. look at this. Looks like I'm ready to have a shave or something. Right, so we're gonna let this sit for a bit. Grab that as well there. And then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna be wiping it away with a clean cloth. Doesn't have to be too fancy, it doesn't have to be a microfiber cloth or anything like that, just a clean cloth. So yeah, I'm just gonna let this sit for a bit. Right, so I've left it for about 2-3 minutes. It's starting to fizzle out, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna start wiping it away. I mean, there's nothing special to it, we're literally just wiping the foam off. You'll see. I mean, I do this quite regularly because I can't stand my helmet stinking, and that smells already so much better. Skull cap's a little bit harder, but same old thing. Don't worry if you've got a bit of the foam left in places, it ain't gonna harm anything. So yeah, there we go. So what I like to do is, because I'm really impatient, I actually leave these out in the sun to dry off, and that way I can put them back in the helmet in about 10-15 minutes, because it's that baking hot out there right now that anything will dry in a few minutes. So I'm going to put these in the sun, and while that dries out we're going to do the visor. Right, so while the inside of the pan's dry, we're going to finish the rest of the outside of the shell. So what I'm going to start off with is take off my visor. Obviously if you've got a different helmet then it's going to be slightly different, and put a microfiber cloth down just so I don't scratch it. So I always start off with the inside while the visor is off. So first what we're going to do is clean the visor, the inside, because again I talk a lot when I ride because of film, so a bit of spit and crap usually gets on the inside. So I'm just going to wipe it with the visor cleaner and a clean microfiber cloth. And I'm pretty satisfied with that. Now on this particular visor I haven't got a pin lock insert. What I do use is Muc-Off's anti-fog treatment, and it actually works really well. It's not as good as a pin lock, but it's near enough there. So with this stuff, just give it a light mist, let it sit there for a little bit, literally a few seconds, and then what we're going to do is lightly wipe it away in one direction, and that should be perfect for anti-fog treatment. So we're going to pop the visor back on now. I always like to do my visors from the back for some reason. I find it a bit easier to do, especially with dark ones. Right, so it's back on now. So we're going to clean the outside of the visor now with helmet and visor cleaner. And you can also grab some bits on the helmet that you missed earlier. But it's pretty decent now. So now that we've cleaned the visor on the outside properly, gotten your grubby handprints off the bits, we're just going to finish her off with a bit of silicone shine. So it's just going to pop and make it shine really nicely. And also, to be fair, it doesn't attract the bugs as well. They tend to slide off. So just going to buff that off now. smells so good as well. So what I like to do is just get my hand in there, so I'm not handling it too much. I'm just going to buff it away. Get the chin. So there we have it. The outside and the visor are fully clean and immaculate now. So I'm going to go grab the inside pads. I'm going to stick them back in and we're going to be ready to go for a ride with a nice clean helmet that doesn't smell of feet. Right, so these pads have been outside for about 10 minutes and sitting in the sun, and they're completely dry now. So I'm going to start sticking them back in the helmet. It's easier with the visor open. I'm going to start off with the skull cap, and might as well fast this bit forwards because it's not the most exciting thing in the world. Right, that's the skull cap in place, because that wasn't a pain in the backside. Now the cheek pads, they're a lot easier. Right, there we have it, guys. All the cheek pads are back in properly. Helmet's nice and clean. And we can go for a ride looking all badass and clean. And the best bit, it smells of lemons, not crusty feet. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you disliked it, that's fine as well. Just hit that thumbs down button. Make sure you subscribe and follow me on Instagram. Cheers for watching. Right, yeah, that's enough of that.